Good morning, everyone. Look what I have here. You see the abundance of basil I have? This is not even close to what I have. I bought 2 boxes of this beautiful basil because there's no way on earth my garden's going to give me the amount of basil that I use to put in jars so I can use it over the summer and over the winter. We use a lot of basil. Let it be that we brush it on pizza. We always put, even if we're making a fast sauce with some cherry tomatoes, we do put some basil on top of the pasta after it's cooked. So we do use a lot of pesto. So I did go out and buy 2 boxes because I'm going to be jarring all this basil with oil, and it will be put in the fridge. If you're not going to make that many, or if you're going to make a lot, do not leave this out. You do want to have a place in the fridge where it stays the whole winter and as you need it. So if you don't have the space, I say don't go out and go crazy and buy all kinds of basil. Just buy enough to make a jar or 2, but you still need quite a bit of it. So I'm going to just show you quickly. It's going to be a very fast video, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Here we go. I'm going to use my NutriBullet, and I'm using the larger. Again, there's no recipe to this. I'll tell you why later. I'm going to put a little less than half of oil. Now, I'm using sunflower oil because vegetable oil isn't good for us. So I've got just under the half mark. I would say use the sunflower oil because it's a lot cheaper than olive oil. I do use a little bit just to top it, and I'll show you later. But sunflower oil is a lot cheaper to use, and it's better than using vegetable oil. So again, I'm gonna start with just under the half mark in oil. I'm making a large amount, so if you're making less, play it by ear. But if your pesto's a little watery, it's not the end of the world either, because the pesto will settle to the bottom and the oil stays on top, and then you can use your oil for either salad dressings or whatever you want to use it in. So it's not the end of the world, remember that. But I am making a large batch, so I am going to be going halfway, under the halfway mark in oil. I'm going to put 1 large clove of garlic, maybe even 2 if it's not that large. You could put up to 3 if you want, because the more you put, the more it's going to taste like garlic. So now, since my garlic cloves are, you know what, I'm going to use, it's hard to explain because when I usually use a large clove of garlic, it's usually a very big clove of garlic, and these ones here I'm going to need at least 2 to make 1. So I'm going to use about 3 cloves in this recipe. Usually my garlic cloves are so big, so I'm going to use 3 for now. And again, if you want to use more garlic, go ahead and use more garlic. It really is up to you. I'm just showing you how I'm doing it. Okay, so that's 3 cloves of garlic. I'm going to put some salt. And here I'm going to put at least a teaspoon and a half. I'm going to put the juice of half a lime. Okay, there's the juice of half a lime. And you know me, I turn my lime upside down and squeeze out more. And now I'm going to pack it. So I'm going to put as much as I can pack in this container. And I'm using my large bullet. So I'm going to just start putting it in. And these are pretty decent sized bundles. So I've got like 4 bundles of pesto, about that size if you look at my hands. And I'm going to see where this is going to take me. Now I could use my large blender, but I hate having to dirty things that I don't need to. This is just so much easier to use, faster to wash. And that's that. So, okay, I'm going to just close this up. My poor dog, he wants to play. Today's my doggy's birthday. Yesterday was my birthday. And I spent a beautiful day with my family all day long. We just had a great day. And today is my little Pesty. It's his birthday, and we went out and got all kinds. Well, my daughter Erica went out, got all kinds of gifts for him, and she wrapped them up for him. And he spent the morning unraveling his gifts. He's so smart. This dog is so smart. He unraveled all his gifts, and now he's a little sad because nobody's playing with him. But I'm going to do this recipe quickly for you guys so I can spend some time with him. And then I'm going to make a recipe on some dog treats, believe it or not. Maybe make a small video of that and show you what he's going to be having today as a little treat. Now, I try to top up my pesto with a little bit of olive oil. If you have extra oil on top, you could always use it to make pesto mayo. So there's so many things you could do with the oil of the pesto because it's going to pick up all the flavors of the basil. So don't be afraid. If you see that your pesto's up to here and you got to top the rest in either an olive oil or some more sunflower oil, do not be afraid because you could always use that oil to do other things. Just scoop down at the bottom when you need the pesto itself and just keep topping it up with oil. And that oil is going to absorb all the flavors of the pesto, and then you could do wonderful things with that oil. So here we go. I'm just going to pour it in my jar. Now notice how much this container full just filled up one jar for me. But I'm going to show you what I do now. Because the pesto you buy at the store is not vegan and they usually have cheese, what I do is I put some of my grated cheese right into my jar. I top it with either olive oil or sunflower oil. And then I cover it. There we go. I cover it, put the lid on, shake it up, and I've got my pesto ready. That's going to go straight into the fridge. That's how simple it is to make pesto. It really, really is not hard. If you have some grated cheese made from cashews, you could put it right into your pesto jar and you get pesto with cheese. And it's really, really delicious. He's just so sad, poor thing. He just wants to play. So I'm going to make this really quick so I could spend my day with him. So guys, I hope you like this recipe. And if you do, give me a thumbs up. Share with your friends. And I'll see you in my next video.